Vivi. Vivi, what if I told you that you were not Han Chinese? What?
I'm calling bank. Hey!
She can't talk to you right now. Come here, you gotta go with me. Seriously. Come here, you gotta see this.
Wait a second. Am I people?
Well, let's explain this. Where did your dad say that you guys come from?
Honey, I know all your friends and subscribers told you to man up and grow a beard and eyebrows. But we all know you can't. I got you this. Please clean up. Love, Vivi.
So as you guys know, I actually can't grow a beard, and people do make fun of me for my lack of eyebrows, but to my credit, it's just because my brow bone kind of hides them. So when I do this, I can walk around like this. You can actually see that I do have eyebrows. Anyway, long story short, this beautiful box of goodies. And we got all kinds of good stuff. So first off, we have the shave butter. My brother actually said he was gonna try out the shave butter, so let's see if he had any better luck. What are you doing?
You told me to use the shave butter.
4 razor blades and 1 razor. We got some One Wipe Charlies, which are these flushable wipes with aloe vera and chamomile. I believe they're peppermint flavored or scented. I guess you don't eat these. These are for wiping your ass. I guess we should go show how these work.
Lawai, sit down, sit down.
It also comes with this beautiful amber lavender body wash. And probably the coolest little feature of this is it comes with a little bathroom reader, the ADVChina issue. And inside has all kinds of interesting articles, like how to make your dad bod work for you. Anyway, the whole point of this is that this beautiful box, subscription box, was only $5. And it was through dollarshaveclub.com/Laowinners. And although I don't like doing sponsored videos very often, if it wasn't for companies like Dollar Shave Club, then we wouldn't be able to get through the tougher times when YouTube decides to demonetize our videos. I have to say a big thanks to Dollar Shave Club, and I have to say thank you so much for sponsoring this video, guys, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hey Laowinners, it's Laowinners here with another video. I'm sorry to take you away from your important phone call, but I had to show the results of what we just spit into.
It better be good.
Well, listen, we got these tubes from 23andMe, and you see all these freaking videos that are sponsored by all these DNA tests, and I was fascinated by it. Unfortunately, we didn't get sponsored by anyone, right? And I ended up breaking down. I was like, Vivi, can we just do this? And you're like, fine, you're just gonna find out I'm Chinese and what you are, you're German, right? So we sent these off and they came back a little while later. Just got the results in. And the results
shocked me.
But maybe not initially, okay? Now today
Maybe
we're
I'm
gonna...
just like Chinese.
Well, that's what we're gonna talk about today. So I've gone through yours, okay? And I don't wanna spoil anything for you, so I didn't let you look at it. I didn't want you to get the email. I sent it to my email address. And I got all the results here for your composition. So we're gonna be looking at your ancestry, so where you come from. We're gonna be looking at like what things you're gonna die from. So,
that's the last thing I want to know.
right?
It's just so weird if you take this test, you're excited about like your genetic, like your ancestor thing. Another thing is like you kind of want to know like what kind of disease in future you're gonna have, and you kind of don't want to know because you don't want to jinx it and be scared you're to death for the rest of your life.
That's true.
Well, it's just so sick.
So this is what I wanted to know. What do you think you are? You're from China, everyone knows that. What do you think you are?
Mostly Han Chinese. People actually say I look like Southeast Asian, so probably have a little bit of that.
Wow. I see most Chinese people I meet are just absolutely shocked if they have anything other than Chinese, because the Communist Party of China made sure that Chinese people believe that they're one people with some minority sprinkled around. And a lot of people are confused about this, but they're 90-something% of people in China are classified as Han by the government, and they kind of make up most of the population. And then you have all kinds of random minorities. You have people from the Uyghurs from Xinjiang, which are Turkish people.
Yeah.
You have people in Mongolia that are Mongolians, right, in Inner Mongolia. But then you have real strange ones down south, which came from Southeast Asia and down there that kind of bred into the Han Chinese that conquered all over the areas.
they start to be speaking Thai to me, Cambodia to me.
Remember when we were in Laos, everyone thought you were local?
Yeah, and then also what's it called, Vietnamese to me. It's just like, what the heck? Speak English. I don't speak your language.
It's always been a running joke that I call you Vietnamese.
I know, and some of my friends, they actually live in Vietnam. They said like, holy crap, you look identical. It's like,
I just spit on the camera.
I
You have
don't know.
doppelgangers.
I don't want to make people pissed off, but like, make me the first world country.
This is the problem, is that in all these videos I've been watching, nobody says what they want to be. It's low-key because they don't want to offend everyone. But you're Chinese, you're allowed to say this stuff.
I don't care.
There's no PC culture in China.
Either Chinese, pure Chinese, or give me some like... I know the fact that I'm not gonna...
You just pissed off so many people, and usually I piss people off. You're being too real here.
No, I mean like...
Can we just find out your results?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's just do it. I'm gonna open this up, okay? What do you think about this? 97.2% Chinese.
Good. I am a Chinese.
Well, what if I told you it's just not that simple?
That's just my baby.
Did you just pull out a lollipop?
Stick on my clothes.
That's how you know you're a mom. It says East Asian and Native American, you are 99.8%. A lot of people don't know this, but Native Americans are genetically related to Asians. But it says 97.2% Chinese from mainland China. 2.4% from Southeast Asia, specifically Vietnam. So I've been right this whole time, at least 2% right.
A lot of people sound look like Vietnamese. Wow.
And 0.3% broadly East Asian, and then 0.1% broadly South Asian. Now, this is the problem, and this is where I'm going to, and do not click off because you didn't find out yet. I found some shocking stuff here, because 23andMe it's interesting, it's cool, it gives you like this McDonald's kind of wrapper of who you are and all the details, but what it does is it only uses the data that it itself has, right? Thankfully, these companies actually let you download your raw data. In 23andMe, this company is specifically known to be very ambiguous on Asians' backgrounds. Thankfully, there's tons of independent research projects that will take your data, and I had a lot of people help me break this down, a lot of people that actually studied genealogy and DNA, which is really cool, so we can have a very informed opinion about this. And I'm going to show you some interesting stuff. So I took your raw data, and I broke it down, and then I found DNA matches of different races of people around the world. And the match that I got from your genetics, okay, were from the Tujia people. Do you know what the Tujia are?
Yeah, I do.
They're from where you're from, actually, right?
Yeah. It's more Hakka-ish and... Wait a second. Am I Tujia people?
Well, let's explain this. Where did your dad say that you guys come from?
Because our name is supposed to from the Zhongyuan in the middle area and then come down as a kingdom because they fall apart and lost the war or something. And then they come down around this region like Guangdong and Guangxi area. And then they, mix and settle.
So by his definition, you would mostly be Han Chinese because that's where your name comes from.
Yeah.
I did some research. Most people with your name were actually named that because when the people came down from that kingdom, they would name entire minority villages that they couldn't communicate that name to kind of spread their name.
No.
And I'm sorry.
No.
Why did I do all this research about you? You don't even care. You just want to believe in falsities. Your mom's dad is from
Grandpa
Chaoshan.
is from Chaoshan.
Which is a kind of a Minnan area. If you don't know what Minnan is, it's the Taiwanese type people.
Yeah, they can see each other.
Right, they can speak to each other, understand each other.
Yeah, they
right?
use the same language.
Same language.
Yeah.
So that mixture should mean that, in fact, within 100 years, you are, of course, Chinese. You're Han Chinese, according to the government. But according to this, your DNA shares a lot more with a Tujia person here, okay? 50% with a Tujia person. Your DNA also shares 58.6% with a Vietnamese person. And wait a second, 89.4% with a Miao person. Miao is the Hmong people. If you guys have seen, what's that, Gran Torino, the Hmong people that moved there, that's a minority in China and Vietnam. And they actually came over to America after the war.
Wait, so I am minority?
Listen to me. So we don't know this for sure. This is just the first step of how I broke it down. So the interesting thing is here, you share a lot of DNA with these people, but this is just one person. So we broke it down even further.
That's one person.
This is each of these is one person.
Oh, okay.
So that's how the percentage that you would share for that person. We can't do that. We can't just pick one person, right? So actually we found a third party one that went even better and traced some delicious facts here, okay? We actually found the best source here, which helped break down what does Southern Han even mean, right? And it turns out that you are 100% East Asian. We know this, right? You are in fact 20% Southeast Asian, and this is really weird. You are 11% Cambodian and Thai, which is pretty incredible.
Southeast Asian.
I mean, that's pretty far away, you know?
Yay!
You are 4.8% Taiwanese and not Chinese Taiwanese. I'm talking about the Polynesian-looking Aboriginals that live in the mountains. Nice people, by the way.
Wow.
I got along with them when I was in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And then 3.6% Southeast Asian, which turned out to be Vietnamese. Break it down even further. Your Central Chinese does not necessarily mean that you are 80% Han. Central Chinese includes Han, Miao, Naxixi, Tujia. All that stuff's in there. There is a very high possibility that you're almost not Han at all. That you are in fact a minority from Guangdong province, which would make a whole lot of sense. That's where they're from. And your family didn't move a whole lot.
You know what Taiwanese surprised me the most? Like, I think the only answer I can make is like, probably it's because back then when my grandpa was born in there, and probably my ancestor was just like, because it's right next to Taiwan.
Right. Definitely, and they definitely interbred.
Maybe they.
But that's quite a big chunk. That's quite a big chunk.
It just weirds me out about every single thing you pick out as minority.
Now, in China, to be a minority, and this is where I'm going to piss people off. Chinese Wumaos, come at me. Come get me. To be a minority in China is not something that people want. It doesn't matter what you say. You can set up all the tourist attractions you want. Minority people in China are discriminated against. They absolutely 100% positively are.
They kind of a little bit demonize the minority too. They said like, oh, they're a thief and blah blah, this kind of thing.
There's always those stories,
and,
right?
Yeah, always. So even at the school, and then like we have some minority class, and then like the Han class or something, they invite those they just like helping out the poor village and the blah blah, and they always have gang fight. Right.
That's the thing, is that when I lived in Inner Mongolia, the Mongolians and the Han would fight all the time, sometimes stabbing each other and stuff. That's not to say the Chinese government absolutely does revive the economies in these poor regions, but they very much try to make it like a Han region. That's how China works.
This actually upsets me.
Why?
You equally to telling me like I'm not my parents' kids.
Anyway, that's you. What? How do you feel about all this before we move on to how you're gonna die?
Messed up.
Why is it messed up?
Why? I'm Han. No, I'm Han.
Why do you want to be Han so bad? What's so great about Han?
I just
He's
want to be
a cool Star Wars
pure.
character.
Han Solo.
You want to be pure. This is getting dangerous. I didn't know you were gonna be this racist.
I'm not racist, because like for your whole life you're like everybody tell you you're a Chinese.
I understand. I totally get it.
And then all of a sudden like you were Southeast Asian.
For sure.
Imagine you're a minority. You are those typical, when you travel you saw those people dancing.
That's the stereotype,
That's
isn't it, in
stereotype.
China?
I don't want it.
It would be like if I mean, I've been told my entire life that I'm German, like 100%. If I found out later on that I'm actually Russian or something, I wouldn't be like sad, but it would be very like, what happened there? You know what I mean? So I get you.
Maybe from this I can explore my dancing skill or something.
You think so? And who knows what my test is, because actually Winston Serpenzadeh, my partner on ADVChina, we did ours together. I don't know about mine yet, but when he sent me his data, I was like, this is gonna be a video. He doesn't know yet, but it is pretty incredible, the results that we found out. So click the link in the description. By the time this video is up, it'll be in the description, so go and click that. It should be a fun video. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much, Laowinners. Enjoy Vivi's suffering about her completely irrational not wanting to be Southeast Asian. I don't get it. Southeast Asian people are super cool.
No truth.
If you enjoyed this and you want to see more, go to patreon.com/Laowinners. And yeah, you get all kinds of videos there early. You can suggest video topics, and you can do all kinds of interaction with me and you. We answer all your questions personally. It's pretty cool stuff, and that's the main way that you can support us if you enjoyed the channel. Thank you so much, Laowinners, and I'll catch you
on the next one.